Why do we dream? What if I told you that the strangest, most surreal science fiction story ever told happens not in a book or a movie, but every single night inside your mind? Think about it. You lie down, close your eyes, and suddenly you're in an alternate reality. You might be flying through neon skies, swimming in molten gold, or solving a crime in a city made of mirrors. You might speak languages you've never learned, revisit memories you've long forgotten, or encounter people who no longer exist in your waking life. You might even meet versions of yourself you've never known. But here's the big question. Why? Why do we dream? Is it a biological glitch, a side effect of a tired brain? Or are dreams trying to tell us something important? Today, we peel back the curtain on the subconscious mind to explore what might be the greatest mystery of human experience. This is the secret world of dreams. In the next few minutes, we'll take a journey through science, history, psychology, and mystery. And what you discover might completely change the way you think about your mind. So stay with us, because by the end of this video, you might realize that every night, your brain is doing something far more incredible than just resting. Let's start with what we do know. Most dreams happen during REM sleep, rapid eye movement. It's a phase where your brain becomes almost as active as when you're awake. Your heart races, your eyes dart back and forth under closed lids, but your body, completely paralyzed. Your brain builds entire worlds while your muscles are frozen in place, a perfect design to stop you from acting out your dreams. Some scientists say this is just mental housekeeping, organizing memories, regulating emotions, tossing out the mental garbage of the day. But others believe it's more than that, much more. Harvard psychologist Deirdre Barrett thinks dreams might help us solve problems, creatively, and often in ways our waking mind never could. There's research suggesting that sleeping on a difficult issue can literally rewire how we understand it. This isn't just theory. History is full of real examples. Dmitri Mendeleev dreamed up the layout of the periodic table. Paul McCartney heard the full melody to Yesterday in his sleep, and Einstein reportedly imagined riding a beam of light in a dream, an idea that later inspired special relativity. Are our dreams trying out scenarios, rehearsing possibilities, exploring solutions? Could they be our brain's way of simulating the future to better prepare us? If dreaming is a kind of overnight problem-solving superpower, what else is it capable of? What if we've only scratched the surface of its potential? Let's go back thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians saw dreams as sacred messages from the gods. They even had professional dream interpreters and manuals for decoding dream symbols. To dream was to receive divine instruction. The Greeks and Romans believed dreams could predict the future. They built dream temples. Yes, actual structures, where people slept in hopes of receiving prophetic visions. These were known as Asklepions, named after the god of healing. Dreams were medicine, prophecy, and spiritual insight all at once. In many indigenous cultures, dreams are bridges to the spirit world. For the Iroquois, dreams could determine community decisions. Australian Aboriginals refer to the dreaming as the time of creation, an eternal spiritual layer of reality that coexists with our own. Carl Jung took a more psychological approach. To him, dreams were direct messages from the unconscious, rich in symbols and archetypes shared across humanity. Water symbolized emotion. A house could represent the self. A snake, fear, danger, change, or rebirth. According to Jung, your dreams aren't random. They're the truest voice your mind has to offer. But what if dreams aren't just ancient myths or symbolic metaphors? What if they can actually reach forward in time and show us what hasn't happened yet? Sounds impossible? Maybe. But story after story seems to suggest otherwise. A British woman once dreamt of a devastating train accident, down to the location, time, and train line. She woke up, terrified, and called the station to warn them. The next day, a malfunction caused a near-identical crash. Was it a coincidence, intuition, or something else? Mark Twain dreamt of his brother lying in a coffin surrounded by flowers. Days later, his brother died in a riverboat explosion, and the coffin matched his vision exactly. Abraham Lincoln told friends he dreamt of walking through the White House and finding his own body lying in state. A week later, he was assassinated. Scientists explain this as a mix of probability and the brain's pattern-seeking nature. We have hundreds of dreams, and occasionally, one lines up with real life. But some researchers believe our brains are incredibly sensitive data processors, picking up signals, reading emotional cues, noticing patterns even when we're unaware of them. Maybe it's not prophecy, maybe it's a form of hyper-intuition, and maybe, just maybe, time isn't as linear as we think. So, if dreams can reflect the past, symbolize the present, and even flirt with the future, what happens when we learn to control them? When do we stop being passengers and become the pilots of our dreams? Enter lucid dreaming, a state where you realize you're dreaming while still inside the dream. It's like unlocking cheat codes for your subconscious. Suddenly, the impossible becomes possible. You can fly, shape reality, face fears, and talk to versions of yourself. You can even train your real-world skills. Lucid dreamers have done incredible things, practiced athletic moves, rehearsed musical performances, and even healed from phobias. Your brain doesn't know the difference. It builds the same neural connections whether the experience is real or imagined. At Stanford, researchers got lucid dreamers to move their eyes in specific patterns during REM sleep, proving real-time communication from inside a dream. Think about that. It's like sending Morse code from a different dimension. You can train this ability. Techniques include reality checks, like asking, "Am I dreaming?" multiple times a day, keeping a dream journal, or trying wild, wake-induced lucid dreaming, where you maintain awareness while falling asleep. With practice, almost anyone can learn. Lucid dreaming isn't just a novelty. Some therapists use it to help people conquer nightmares or PTSD. For others, it's a spiritual tool, a way to explore the self, confront trauma, or seek inspiration. So if we can rehearse, learn, heal, and explore within our dreams, what else is possible? Could dreams be a training ground, a mirror, a message, or even a door? Here's what we know. Every night, without fail, your brain transports you to another world. Sometimes it feels random. Sometimes it feels real. But every time, it's meaningful. Whether dreams are a byproduct of consciousness or a secret key to understanding it, they are one of the deepest, most personal experiences we have. Are they nonsense, warnings, echoes of a deeper truth? Maybe all of the above. So the next time you wake from a strange, vivid dream, don't just forget it. Write it down. Examine it. Ask, what was my mind trying to say? What part of me created this story? And why? Because buried in your dreams could be messages from your intuition symbols, from your unconscious memories, from your past, or even visions of a future not yet written. And if that's true, then sleep isn't just rest. It's a revelation. Now, before you vanish into your own dream world, here's something to consider. Over 99% of the people who watch this channel never hit subscribe. That's right. Only 1% step through the door. If you've made it this far, you're clearly one of the curious few. One of the minds that wants to know more. So, why not join us? Subscribe and become part of the 1% who explore life's biggest questions. One dream, one mystery, one idea at a time. Thanks for watching, and before you drift off tonight, ask yourself, what world will you wake up in tomorrow?